Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to talk about skincare. Everything you guys want to know about my skincare routine, treatments, the actual stuff that I'm using on my skin, all the skincare, creams, serums, what I use to remove my makeup. And just real quick, I have dogs and I have my son downstairs, so if you guys hear him, please tune him out because I can hear him. But anyways, basically everything I'm using and my favorite little tool that I have been using for about 2 years now. And I'm gonna basically go over everything, my skincare routine and what I do and how often I do this treatment on my face. So if you guys are interested in knowing my skincare routine, stick around. Basically what I have in front of me is a little tool called the Dermaroller. What the Dermaroller is, it's a tiny cylinder that has little tiny micro needles. Basically what the Dermaroller is doing is puncturing the skin, and by puncturing the skin with these little tiny micro holes, it is allowing the skin to stimulate with new cell regeneration. So you are creating a tiny little fracture, and when you do that, it actually tells the skin to repair itself. And when the skin is repairing itself, it's basically creating collagen. So it's proven to stimulate your collagen, and by doing that, it gives you a more plumped look. I always have a very plump look the next day when I do this. It is recommended to do this to your skin at least maybe twice a month. I learned about that later on. I was doing it like once a week, sometimes even twice a week for a while, but then I read that it can create destruction to the skin. It hasn't happened to me, and I did that for a good 4 or 5 months where I was doing it like every week. And then I read from a dermatologist. Now you guys, I am not a dermatologist. This is stuff that I have been learning on my own online, and I found out through a dermatologist that it's good to do it maybe once a month. But like I said, it didn't do any destruction to my skin. I've only seen my skin really improve. I did narrow it down now to doing it about 2 to 3 times the most a month. And you're basically rolling this cylinder with needles on your face, creating those little puncture holes. And what that is doing is allowing your skincare to really penetrate into the skin. There is people that put the skincare on first and then do the roller. I personally don't do it like that. I like to put my treatment afterwards because I find that it keeps the tool more sterilized, and it also your skin is also sterilized, even though the skincare that you're putting on is gonna penetrate into your skin immediately after you use this tool. The tool is great as well for somebody who has textured skin, large pores, maybe clogged pores, especially if you're somebody who's had blemishes. Definitely another tool. I have heard that I've never had acne prone skin, or I don't have damage from acne, but I have heard incredible results on people who have textured skin, large pores, and acne prone skin. This is definitely a tool that you do not want to use if you do have blemishes, or if you have any kind of infection on the skin, any pimples, because what you're doing is you're opening it up and you're transferring the infection of a pimple onto another area of the skin. So you definitely do not want to use this if you do have blemishes. You want to wait for the blemish to clear out before you use it. This is a treatment that they do at the spa, at a professional salon, and it's called Derma needling. I know that it's a little more intense. You do have to go back for additional treatments, and you do see incredible results. But when I found out that you could do this at home, I went ahead and jumped on it. And like I said, I've been doing it for 2 years, and I have seen results. For 2 years now I've been doing it. I can't promise you you're gonna see results within a month, within 2 months. I wish I would have taken pictures or maybe done some videos on it, but I've been doing it for 2 months and I have seen incredible results. So if you guys want to see how to use this tool, then stick around and let me show you guys right now. Okay guys, so here basically what you see is I have my Dermaroller set on a paper towel, and this is the one I'm going to be using because I'm only doing my face today, and my face size needle is the 1.0. This is a Dermaroller for the body. If you want to use it on your body, the needles are a little bit longer, and that's a 1.5, and this one is good for under the eyes. You don't want to go anything above a 0.5 0.5 for the eyes. They are the shortest needles, and that's what you want to use, a shorter needle for under the eyes, because obviously that area is more sensitive. But the one that we're using today is only the 1.5. That's the one that I always use for my face. Okay guys, so the first thing I'm gonna do is put my hair up in a bun. You want all your hair out of your way as much as possible. And okay, so basically what I'm gonna do now, I know this sounds crazy, but I have already washed my face. So you wanna have absolutely no makeup on your face. The first thing you wanna do is, I have to be a little bit quiet because I have my kids. This is my kids' bathroom, by the way, so if you guys are wondering, this is my kids' bathroom. The lighting in here is a little bit better, but I have my son across the way and my daughter behind me, behind this door. So I'm gonna try to be as quiet as possible, but if they wake up or they hear me, chances are they're gonna come in here. But anyways, first thing you wanna do is you wanna make sure your face is completely clean. You're gonna get a cotton pad. You're gonna spray it with, I know, a little bit of alcohol, because you really wanna disinfect your face. And you wanna make sure that there's absolutely nothing on your face. So make sure you cleanse your face out really, really good. And after you're done washing your face, making sure that it's not dirty, cotton pad, put a little bit of alcohol, clean your face one more last time. And now we can get started. Now I'm warning you, this is a little painful. There's people that buy like numbing medicine, which you can buy on Amazon. I know it's not really expensive, but I've already gotten used to the pain. At the beginning, I did have a hard time, so it was painful, but you get used to it, and I'm telling you, the benefits are worth it. You get used to it, and after a while, you just you can just do it so fast that you wouldn't even torture yourself as much. But believe me, it's totally worth it. And if you're somebody that is not susceptible to a lot of pain, I would suggest to buy the numbing cream. Hey guys, so I'm warning you, my face is gonna get really, really, really red. So basically, you do this up and down, and you make sure that you do it like in a row, up and down 4 times. So in other words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how I do it. So you go up and down 4 times until you get this whole area, or whatever area you want to start on. Then you have to go across the same way 4 times, and then you're gonna go X, you know, slanted on both sides. You're gonna just kind of like grab your skin. If you're a little more mature like I am, I like to like grab my skin and hold it up, and I just basically start on the side end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, lift, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I like to do little parts at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, lift, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. After a while, you just get used to it. So I like to work in little pieces like that. You just have to remember to breathe, because it can be a little painful in certain areas of the skin. And after you're done going up and down, you go horizontal. I like to do sections at a time. You can go over it a couple times, it's fine, but try not to go over it too much. You don't want to really destroy the skin. Now we're gonna go this way. And then as well as this way. Okay, now I'm probably just gonna speed it up so you guys can pretty much see what I'm doing. I like to go ahead and kind of pause for a minute and get my retinol cream 2.5 serum. So I can go ahead and just drench my skin in retinol while my skin is still red and the pores and the holes that have been created are still open. So I make sure I really drench the product into my skin. I kind of like to, which I didn't do, but I like to get a little bit of water and kind of like splash my face with just a little bit of water, because this skincare is good if your face is a little damped. It just activates the product more, so you can see what's going on. It's almost creating like a foam. That's good. So you want to make sure your skin's a little dry with either their tonic water or a little bit of water. So while I let that sit there, I pick up the tool and I do my neck. Same thing. I kind of avoid, because you see I have a little birthmark there, so I want to avoid it. I don't want to go over it. If you have any birthmarks, avoid them. If you have blemishes, don't do this. Okay, you've gone up and down. Now you want to go sideways. You want to try to get as far back as you can, because that is like almost getting like a lift on the neck. I'm telling you, I would not do this if I didn't see results. This is like the most incredible, most inexpensive at-home treatment that you could do for yourself without having to pay, like going to a spa or having to pay the spa prices. By the way, they do this treatment at the spa. It's probably a little more intense, but if you do it yourself and you maintain it, you don't need to go to the spa. Now I get my retinol and I do the same for my neck. Yes, you're gonna look like a tomato, but it's not worth it. You're gonna wake up and your skin's gonna be so pretty. Okay guys, that is it. So now that the retinol is dry on my face, I'm gonna go ahead and basically do the same thing. Just like get a little bit of water and I like splash my face just with the little specks of water. If you have like, you know, even a water bottle, just get a little bit of water. And now get your hyaluronic acid. And I even put this under my eyes. And immediately I feel the tightening. Like literally after this starts drying, you feel the tightening on the skin. Okay guys, and that is pretty much it. Yeah guys, that is exactly how I use this tool. Let me go into the skincare that I am using lately with my Dermaroller. So once I have finished doing the roller on my skin, I like to apply this retinol 2.5 serum that has hyaluronic acids, vitamin E, and aloe vera, and this is from the brand called Youth. I think I'm pronouncing that correct. I will link all their information down below. So this is basically very high dosage of retinol. When I look for pure and high doses of certain skincare treatments, I always read the ingredients, because most of the times you're gonna find a lot of fillers that are put into the bottle that really don't do much for you, but they use it just to, you know, create the formula in the bottle to fill it up. But this one only has not that many ingredients. Retinol is right up there within the ingredients, so I know that this has a good amount of retinol. And another thing I learned, retinol is a more yellowish color. It's got like a golden color. So this is 2.5% retinol in this bottle, so that's a really good amount. I only use this once a day at night. I first started out every other day just to get my skin used to it. My skin is very tolerant to skincare, so if you aren't, I would suggest to try it once a week first just to see how your skin reacts to it, and then you can go every other day, and then eventually once your skin gets used to it, you can do it every night before you go to bed. Retinol is good to use if you have acne skin, fine lines, and wrinkles as well. The treatment I'm using from the brand Youth as well. I love this brand. I am literally halfway done, so I have used this bottle. I've used half of both of these bottles. I can tell you that this has been working on my skin. I love how my skin's feeling lately, you know, as far as texture, plumpness. The hyaluronic acids is a great treatment to keep in your skincare because it basically keeps the collagen synthesis up, and as well as retaining skin's moisture. It definitely puts the moisture back into your skin. It also is great for wrinkles and fine lines because it's adding that moisture back into the skin. So one thing I always make sure I have is hyaluronic acids. This is pure hyaluronic acid in this bottle. I am halfway done with both of these bottles, and since I've used it from day one, I have seen a lot of results, especially with the hyaluronic acid. There's one thing about this, but this one in particularly that I notice is the instant minute that I put it on my skin, I feel my skin tighten immediately, like right after while it's drying up. You actually see your skin just becoming a little firmer and tighter, and that actually lasts for a couple of minutes. But if you continue using it, you do see the result, and you do see your skin tighten after a while. The pores are getting smaller and your skin looks a lot more supple and more plumped and also hydrated. These ingredients do dry out. They don't leave any kind of residue on your skin. It doesn't leave your skin, you know, sticky or tacky in any way, shape, or form, because these are pure ingredients that you are working with. Another thing I love this brand Youth is because they're inexpensive. They're not expensive at all. If you guys want to know where to get it, I will link the information down below. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about is my cleanser. This is the new cleanser that I have been using lately, and I've used this now for about 2 weeks and I love it. This is the Lactic Glow Micro Polish Gentle Cleansing Gel. This is from the spa where I usually do my Botox. I've taken you guys there with me. This is an actual new cleanser that's for the skin, and I love cleansers that have the micro beads, because one thing about me, as I mentioned before, when I wash my face, it has to be clean. That is like my biggest pet peeve. If I see any kind of dirt, makeup on my white towels, I know that I didn't do a good job of cleansing my skin. So this has little micro beads which cleans the skin. No matter your skin type, you can use this whether you have oily or dry skin, especially if you have dry skin, because it takes the flake away. This has lactic and malic acid, green tea, tripeptide 38, and hyaluronic acids. So this is a very good skin cleanser, and I will also link information down below if you guys want to try out this cleanser. The other thing I use now, I used to have dry skin. I remember how my skin used to suffer from dryness, and there was nothing that got rid of it. For 2 years, again, since I've been using the Dermaroller, I have noticed my skin has not been dry. I haven't had dry skin in over 2 years. I would say that my skin is normal, but I have to owe it to my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Overnight Hydrating Mask. When my skin was really dry, this thing got rid of it instantly. When I tell you, the next day it got rid of it. I even used, my skin was so dry, you guys, that I even used this underneath my makeup, like as a daytime cream. If you're somebody who suffers from really dry skin, I highly recommend this. I know it worked for me. I hope it works for you. Like I said, everybody's skin is different. I can't promise you that these skin treatments are gonna work for you as well as they've been working for me, but this is my skincare regimen. This is what's been working for me, and this is the hydrating mask from Kiehl's that I love. I've gone through 2 of these. This is my second one literally in 2 years, because like I said, once I had dry skin, I use this and it just takes it away, and I feel like I have normal skin now. I don't even have an oily T-zone or anything like that. Maybe during the summertime I have a little bit of an oily T-zone, but for the rest of the year it's usually just normal, especially in the winter time. In the winter time, that's when I suffer from dry skin the most, and that stuff works incredibly. Now what I use to take off my makeup is I have been using this since it's been out. Garnier, the Micellar water. I'm sure you guys have seen this many times at the drugstore. Micellar cleansing water. I like the blue one because it is to remove waterproof makeup, and I've been also using this as well. But I'm gonna tell you guys something. Even though this says oil and alcohol fragrance free, I'm sorry, I don't fall for that, because I noticed that these makeup removing agents, that when you use it over time around your eyes, you will suffer from dryness around the eyes, and you want to keep the eye area. It's so important that this area of your skin is well hydrated and really well cleansed, because it dries really fast. And the one thing I have been using since I was a young girl, but I have been using this now more as I've gotten older. I know you guys are gonna laugh because you're like, that's old people cream, but it works. I use this to remove my eye makeup. This is the Pond's, the Moisture Deep Cleanser and Makeup Remover, the green one. This is what I use to remove my eye makeup. I don't use this around my eyes, and I don't use this around my eyes. I actually use this first. I either put it on a cotton pad, or I just get it straight out of the tub, and I just rub my eyes gently until I feel that my lashes are coming off, until the glue from my lashes is coming off. And once I feel that the lashes and the glue has come off, I know that all my eye makeup remover is basically, you know, off. Then I go in and I use this for the rest of my face, or I use this one for the rest of my face. But over time, if you use this stuff around your eyes, I promise you that you're stripping your eyes from oils. Even though it says that there's no it is oil free, and that's partially over, even though it says it's free of alcohol, I can tell by the texture and the feel of this stuff that it does dry your eyes over time. Or I mean, it's happened to me. I feel that my eyes are more dehydrated when I use this stuff around my eyes. So another little item that I use to cleanse my face along with this, even though this has beads, and even though this has, you know, makeup removing agent, one thing I recommend is for you to use this with your cleanser. Even if you have your favorite cleanser, whether it's a bar, whether it's a liquid cleanser, whatever it is that you're using, you should use some kind of little sponge, or those little round sponges that they sell for removing makeup, something like this, because this really helps to remove all your makeup. If you're someone like me who wears makeup all the time, it's not easy for a cleanser just to remove all your makeup. You need to have something to help you. Some people use a Clarisonic. I don't use the Clarisonic. I'm not a big fan of it. I tried it a couple times, but it didn't work for my skin. But I always use either a round sponge, or I use, you know, something like this that you can get anywhere at any drugstore. Now for under the eyes, that is something that I keep very well hydrated, and what I use under my eyes is this Kiehl's Rose Arctic Eye. Now I'm almost out of it. I have to go buy some more because I use this stuff. This is like my 4th little container. I use this stuff all the time. I feel like this keeps my eyes very well hydrated. It feels like a balm, and it's, you know, a heavy under eye cream, which I love because that area, as you guys know, it ages the fastest and it dries up the fastest. So you want to keep your under eyes very hydrated. One thing I do use is the pure hyaluronic acid. You could use this even under your eyes. I bring it up right under my eyes. It doesn't sting. It's great. So hyaluronic acid, as you know, helps to replenish the skin with moisture. So anything that has hyaluronic acid, anything that's going to hydrate the under eyes, go for it, because that is what you want to use for the eye areas. Hydration. So that is it, guys. That's basically my skincare routine regimen. I hope you guys found this very useful, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me down below. I will answer them for you. But like I said, I am not a dermatologist, but I know what works for my skin. Doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna work for yours, but it might open you up to some ideas, or maybe you even want to try this and see how it works for you. If you guys are interested in any of these products, I'm gonna link their information down below so you guys can see where to get it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you guys for watching.